And Elizabeth. A lot of work goes into ordering the calendar, and we decided when we were organizing all of the poems that Wade's poems and my poems should both be in the second half without considering that this would lead to awkwardness with introductions, which is to say your next reader is me. Before I read my poem, I'm going to go back to March 18th. My favorite part of editing the calendar is we read everything blind, and then there's the moment you take the blinders off and you see who got in. And in 2017, my dear friend Carly Kosarek got in the calendar, and she now lives in Chicago, so she cannot be here to read her poem. So I'll jump back to March 18th and read it for her. Unsettled. When the doctor levels his eyes and smiles, she feels sick. Perfectly fertile, he says, as if that settles it. She imagines scraping into the ground with her hands until the space under her nails is filled with grit. She discovers firm roots, quivering worms, caresses the velvet soil. She imagines a spade dug into her abdomen, her womb, another excavation project. She feels for herself as she feels for the grasslands once thought by European colonists to be weedy and dead. Inferior land, producing inferior vegetation. She sees them raised and converted into farmlands or forests before those too are converted into housing developments, like the one where she lives, lining her yard neatly with rows of carrots and tall stalks of beans, wishing desperately something wild would grow. Now we'll jump forward in time to August 26th. And this one was in the 2015 calendar. Whittled by wind, shaped by water. One day you might find yourself in a canyon, the Rio Grande, so low you could wade across to caress Mexico. In the photos, nobody would know which side was which unless they'd stood there too. The canyon is just a halved heart, and you might decide to touch both sections, or you might not want to risk the law's waiting, hiding at the borders.